Welcome to Pull a Pin Ready, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions about the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
Or I promise you, we can give them to you anyway.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Nate. Let's pull a pin already.
Hey, Nate, welcome back.
Woo-hoo.
Oh, Nate, I get it. You need your time off. You got your missions. I get it, man. But I have to explain to everybody I have on how to do the intro. I don't mind the variety.
I haven't been on vacation in a while. What are you talking about?
Well, whatever your
at least
job
2
does.
weeks.
Are we both drinking at the same time?
Probably.
That's really bad for the show. I don't know. I just all of a sudden got this thing in my throat now. But yeah. So welcome back, and I have to tell you that definitely with the slides and transition stuff, yeah, I fail all the time. But it's good to have you back. I know you missed too, and you're not a very loyal listener to our channel. But we also did our first sports episode, which I think posted today. We're gonna try that out.
I was just watching that before I got on.
Oh, were you? Oh, what are we talking about?
Sports.
Never mind. Too much. Well, we're going to go to our normal format, which we like anyway.
Where do I find the episodes at? PullThePinReady.com? Is that running?
Yeah. It's on the bottom of the screen right there if you want to. And you can also click on the link, contact us, and get in touch with us if you want to be on the show, Nate.
Oh, maybe I should make it one of my favorites on my.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Well, hell, there's a point in time I stopped watching our own show. It's bad when you got a show you produce and nobody on the show even wants to watch the show. All right. Well, anyway, let's enough of this garbage because we did talk about me and Jace, whatever his name is. I don't know. I can't keep up with these guys' nicknames. We did talk about how one subscriber said something. He was like 3 point some odd minutes into this episode, and we haven't said anything yet.
Yeah, that was us last week.
Oh, was it you? Oh, I can't remember who else even talked to.
3 minutes, 6 seconds. Remember, we started at 3 minutes and 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's right. Right. So that's all we got to do is get to that point, and we're good to go. Dang it! What's wrong with my frog in my throat? So yeah, this is gonna be a rough episode if I keep talking like this. Maybe it's this green tea stuff. So, anyways, we're gonna talk about some headlines because that's what we do, and we're gonna talk about them from our perspective and tell you how to feel and think about them. And why is our perspective important, Nate?
We're average veterans. We've been around the world and we know everything.
I can't even ask those other guys that because they have no idea what to say.
All right, I got up there. We got 3 minutes, 6 seconds. We got to get going.
Oh, my bad. All right. Let's go to the first headline. All right. U.S. Embassy warns American citizens in Lebanon to leave on any ticket available.
We just talked about this a couple episodes ago for our thing. Now it's like, leave now, huh?
You know, that's why I want to talk about it because there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and they keep saying this like we're, I don't know. If you notice, if people aren't awake by now, like this is the scary part to me. If people aren't awake by now to the game the government's playing, I don't think there's any hope for them. I really don't. I think the Amish people know more about what's going on in our government than some of these people that live a regular life around us. It's just sad because you notice how, like, before the assassination attempt of Trump, Iran is threatening to assassinate Trump. Like, there's always a preemptive story because they have a motive and a plan. It's like if you look at the CIA, FBI, they're all the same now. Their playbook, it's the same thing. They put something out on social media to let you know, to soften the blow, or the trickle effect later to trickle out a little bit of the information so that, just like the information from, they stopped talking about the Trump assassination already, but they're still talking about January 6th, erection. I mean, so think about what these people are doing. It's all a freaking game. And if you're not aware of it by now, so why would they threaten, or tell these people to leave Lebanon? What was it? Well, it had to be a week ago, right?
Yeah.
Right. It had to be at least a week ago. And now it's like, leave now. Like, did they not listen to you the first time? Like, what do you?
Yeah, right.
Why don't you just come out and say, why don't you go in and get them? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, dude. I'm just done with this government lying game crap. You know what I mean? And it's on every level. It's every person, every politician. It's all up there.
In my whole go in and get them, I'm like, why? They've been told to leave. They're in Lebanon. They know it's going. If they're not government personnel, if they're over there if they went to Lebanon, maybe they're Lebanese family, maybe they're part Lebanese. Why does the government go get them out? If they can willingly leave, they want to leave. Unless they're over there on a U.S. mission or whatever, you know what I mean? Job. then of course, yeah, go out there, get them out, or give them money to get their own ticket again, whatever. But if they're not willing to
Right.
leave, then they're not willing to leave.
Well, and then here's the reality of it. What are they? I mean, is
I
it the
don't.
country of Lebanon they're worried about, or is it people attacking Lebanon? Because like the country of Lebanon should be able to protect these people if they're in their country,
Right, you would think
right?
so, but they probably got a big old government that's
Right. But
crooked, like the rest of us.
right, but so you know what I mean. So warning. What's warning them going to do? Cause the government, or if the people are from within, they're going to just grab them quicker, or like you know what I mean, like prevent them from leaving.
Yeah, I
Like
don't know.
I don't understand the tactic here. I just don't get it. And you might be right. If these are American citizens, dual citizens, or whatever they are, then they're on their own, man. You know what I mean? I don't know what the threat is. Oh, you got two citizens. You're Lebanese, but you got two citizens. Like, so what? You know what I mean? Like,
It is the Israeli Lebanese conflict, or the South Lebanon conflict, is a series of military clashes involving Israel, Lebanon, and Syria, the Palestine Liberation Organization, as well as various militias and militants attacking from within Lebanon. There you
yeah.
have it.
So that's like a tourist thing, right? It's like if you're
That's like the
traveling,
most research I've done on a headline in a long
right? Right? Yeah. And you just happen to find it in Google, I guess, right?
time.
But
Whoa!
what?
Don't support that platform.
Oh, yeah, well, good thing, right? But so that's my point, though. It's like if I understand if it's a tourist thing, like people go into these tourist countries. Hey, if you're in the traveling there, you probably need to get out now. You know what I mean? Because
Right?
things are
Yeah.
getting ugly, and this has happened before. I've seen it, so I get that. If they're working in there, I'm sure the government's already told them. So maybe that's what it is. They're just telling tourists and people, look, don't hang out in these countries.
Well, it's not just these countries. I mean,
Oh, right, right. Because look at this. This is one of our own. Anarchy in the UK. Riots in major cities. Protesters storm migrant hotel. I haven't seen this, but when I think
I don't.
riots in the UK, I think football.
Yes. Soccer, you mean?
Well,
Um,
our soccer. They call it football, I think, still.
so they have um, they have migrant hotels over there too. They have a migrant problem in the UK. Is that
Everywhere, dude.
is that what they're? No, not everywhere.
Oh, yeah, everywhere.
No.
But some places have solved
Mm,
it already.
yes. Yeah.
Everywhere had a problem, but some
Yeah.
places have said, oh, no, we're done.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Point taken. Okay.
yeah.
But I
Even
didn't know.
Sweden, even Sweden, remember, Sweden learned their lesson.
I didn't know the UK had immigration problems.
Oh, dude, you know what? There's a huge Muslim takeover in the UK. Yep. And look, again, do I care about the UK? Not really. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't care I care about America. Not that I'm insensitive to outside people, and not that I don't think we need, resources and things from other people. So we definitely need to care about them. But just like every other thing, like we got enough problems in our country. I'm not going to focus on them. But at the end of the day, I think when we look at these other countries, whether it's Lebanon, the UK, I mean, even the you missed I think you missed the one with the Maduro election, or were you on that one? The election,
The one in Venezuela.
Venezuela. Yeah, you were for that one, right? We
Sure.
talked about that. Anyways, whatever. So like when you look at these other countries, and let me just I know I'm going down a rabbit hole, but let me just say something. I learned more about that thing. Do you understand Venezuela's elections are 20 times more secure than ours? They have 5 like steps you've got to go through to include a fingerprint verification. So whatever that election thing is, the thing I heard was it's garbage. It was a fair election. That's what I heard. Because they have a more secure election than we do.
That's what you heard. That's what you've been told.
Right, that's what I've been told. But from the explanation how their elections work, um, it makes sense. It is if we implemented that stuff, we wouldn't have problems in our elections. None of them.
So, if it was fair, why is Venezuela all mad?
Well, that's the thing. Because what do you think is going to happen in our election, whether it's fair or not? Whether it's fair or not, we're going to have a uprising of one side or the other come November.
One side.
Well, you say that, but I would assume if the election's stolen again, if they cheat again, because they're already cheating. I already saw videos of in Georgia. They went through some apartment complexes, like you were talking about the migrants, and they actually asked these people, "Are you registered to vote?" And they said yes. So they said, "Are you citizens?" And they said no. 14% of these people in that building admitted. The others might not have admitted, but they admitted
True, true.
that they're not citizens and they're already registered to vote.
We're supposed to find out who Harris's partner is or
Oh, who cares, dude?
running mate is today.
So who cares?
Could be a great
Well,
pick.
it'd be yesterday, right? Because I think this is for tomorrow. I think we post a day late. Is that how we work?
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. No, tomorrow. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But either way, anyway, by the time people get our shows, it's old news anyway. So whatever. It's just about our personality and our perspectives. So don't come here for reporting. Like there's other places you can get information on. And so again, like I was saying, I think I was going with a point for this, but I ended up in a rabbit hole. Now I don't know where the hell I'm at. So we'll just
We'll just move on
move
then.
on. Yeah, we'll move on. Let the Alzheimer's go. Dow Jones plunges more than 1,000 points amid global market sell-off. Like this happened, I think this was Sunday, right? Sunday this happened.
No, Dow
Big
can't
market
plunge.
crash.
Dow can't plunge on a Sunday. His market's not open. It was Monday.
Oh yeah, you're right. Monday. What the hell
Monday.
am I talking about?
I don't know. It plunged on Monday. Well,
Hmm.
good thing I got a couple years before retirement, so I can get that uprise back up, so I can get some more money back in my TSP.
Yeah, well, it's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? It's just like this is the signs to come. This is Bidenomics, Harrisonomics, whatever it is.
And you know what? This ain't the first time the market's crashed.
No, no, and markets are,
I don't know who it's always crashed under, but I'm sure it's not always the
but
same.
but it's not even the same. Like this is what I was thinking, and I can share my story here. This is what I was thinking. Who puts money in the stock market?
The American people,
Yeah, well, who is
well,
conscious of their money in the stock market?
rich.
Like I think the majority of average American people, hardworking people, may have a 401k, but they have no idea where their money is. They just know that this company's got their money. The BlackRocks out there that hold trillions of dollars of assets of your money and use it to leverage them. And I had to explain this to my daughter. She's a young, teenager, and I had to explain to her, like, because we were talking about the banks collapsing, and it's like, well, why are the banks collapsing? Because of the stock market. And I think people don't understand. I'm not an expert at this. I just got a general knowledge. You give your money to the bank, you give your money to the 401k, whoever's holding it, and they take risks with your money. They act like they're gambling, but they're using your money. And that's the problem is rich people and people holding poor people's money are they actually the ones in the stock market. You've got a couple people like average people like us that might do day trading and people wanting to thinking they're going to get rich by doing this stuff. But the real players in the stock market are the ones who already have a lot of money or are using a lot of other people's money. Right?
Yep.
Could we not agree with that? You know, in general, like there are people, definitely a lot of people in the stock market that don't even realize they're there. But usually someone's controlling their money. Like if you get stock in your company because you work there, you got stock in your company, but you don't know what to do with it. You don't do anything with it. It just kind of sits there and you hope it goes up and down, right?
Yep.
So the stock market is a rich people's game. And this is why I think there's such a perception when you get people in power saying the economy's good, look at the stock market. Because for them, the economy's good. For the average person, they don't know anything about that. All they know is they're paying more money for food and gas and everything else.
Yeah,
The economy,
that's the part of the economy we're looking at.
yes, and the economy is not good in that perspective. Inflation and all this stuff. It's not that good. So in the end, I think that's the disconnect. And you know where it hit me home? I took a trip with my daughter to an unnamed beach city. I guess you'd call it a city town. I guess it's probably smaller, but it's city like. And I'm telling you, we went down to their little Main Street thing, and I think this town has a lot of government agencies around it or bureaucrats that live there. People who make some good money, right?
DC has a beach.
Yes, right. Well, DC depends where it is, but I'm not even going to say it's far from DC. But the point I'm getting at is I was in a shock. Like my daughter exposed me to this store called Lululemon, and I'm not
Yeah.
advertising for because it's a joke, dude. I walked in there and I'm looking at this trash clothes, and I'm like, you can get that at one of those swap meets for $2. Like, why would you pay $30 for this shirt?
Oh, it's a cheap shirt.
Right, you're right. And I'm sitting there thinking like, this is ridiculous. But yet there's people in there shopping, and you can just look at these people, and you realize These people have no freaking clue what's going on in the world, because every day they come down there with their rich husbands, or I'm gonna go on a limb here. It was mostly women with kids, and just so I'm gonna assume it's a lot of wives while their husbands were working, because it was during the working hours, using their husband's money. Maybe they got their own, I don't know, whatever. But I'm just gonna go with the average expectation here.
That's
But
Jim's expectation.
well, yeah, that's my evaluation of what I saw. But and I'm just sitting there, they're completely oblivious, because that's what they do every day. They go shopping, they buy a new shirt from Lululemon. We even went to a coffee place.
I bet you they're only down there for a week vacation.
No, dude, there's no way. There's no, even the young dudes walking around in their outfits. My daughter's like, yeah, they look like they got money, or at least they're trying to act like they got money. Just the way they dress, just their style. But my point is, it was definitely an eye opener, because even the coffee shop, dude, the coffee shop was charging like a ridiculous, I mean, above Starbucks prices for the same crap you can get in some other town cheaper.
Yeah, I'm telling you, those beach towns rotate every week. New customers every week.
Yeah,
That's
well,
that's what I make it.
I get what you're saying, and I do agree with that. Like, I get that, because I told you I grew up in Jersey. I actually lived in one of those beach towns, and I get that. But I feel like this is an upscale go to all the time, maybe because it's close to DC. But I feel like
Oh,
that's the norm. You know what I mean? I
yeah,
feel like their clientele goes there for weeks at a time, not just weekend trips.
gotcha.
You know what I mean? They may even have a house there, a second house.
Well, glad you could afford to go there for vacation.
I couldn't, dude. I went for
Well,
a day trip. I went for a day trip because a company needed me to. I'm not even going to get into that. Just tell them I'm not going to get into that. But anyways, yeah. So I will be returning there, unfortunately, because that's where I have to go. But either way, that's going to be a
I
challenge
hope
for
you
me.
visit Lululemon again.
Dude, I'm not. I wouldn't even buy anything from there. I mean, oh my god, I wouldn't probably even take a free mint if they had them at the door. Anyways, enough of that said. My whole point in all that said was, these people are so out of touch, and I get it. I understand now why there's such a big divide in this country of people saying, "Oh, the economy's great." Oh, it's not, because they live in a whole different world, dude. A whole world. Like, I don't live in the ghetto, so I don't know what that's like. But I also don't live in the mansion, so I don't know what that's like. Not that I can't understand, speculate, and drive through, because I've seen all this stuff. But you know what I mean? These people live in a bubble, dude. A bubble.
I'm going to agree to disagree with you. Some of those people do, but I'm going to tell you, you go back to that Lululemon store, those people that were there last week aren't going to be there this week. Most of them.
I'll let you
Most.
know coming up here at the end of the
Okay.
month.
You take a picture of her. Let me
I
see if
will
she's
do a
back here
study
next
for
week.
you, dude.
Let me see if she's back here next week.
I'll do a study for you, dude. But even if you're right, because what I understand is a lot of government training that goes on around there. There's a lot of, military um, overhead that goes in there. So, at the end of the day, too, and we all know that, your corrupt military ends up in corrupt government. So,
Well, speaking of military.
yeah, I think I'm going to do a study. You'll find out.
Okay.
All right. U.S. personnel wounded in attack against base in Iraq, officials say. So get
Actually,
out of Lebanon, because we're going to attack Iraq.
yeah. Yeah, and what are we gonna do?
Well, I mean, what's the surprise, I guess? You know what? This probably happens all the time. We don't even know about it.
Well, this base has been getting attacked, but it hasn't wounded American troops. But I guess this time it wounded American troops. So
Oh, so it's been a successful attack.
yes,
Did you know how many? Because I didn't see this. I didn't even know that. I mean, I heard that there was an attack, but I
multiple,
didn't.
multiple, whatever that means.
Oh, okay. So did it? Our sources say, or was it people familiar with the attack say multiple? I don't know.
Yeah, they said multiple.
I don't know. See, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, why is it hard for to get that information? Like, how do you know it happened and not know how many people, or at least
Like what?
roughly?
Like what the hell are you even still there for?
I don't know, dude. At the end of the day, I'm just, yeah. Anyways,
I mean, I was there in Iraq was '03, and we still there. We still can't fix it. Well,
there's more money to be
that's
laundered.
21 years. Damn, that's 2024. 21 years ago. Holy crap!
There's
I'm
more
old.
money to be laundered, dude.
Damn, I'm old. Holy shit.
All of that stuff is money laundering. That's it. because you know for a fact that if you're on a mission, you go to one of these big stores, Home Depot, Lowe's, you go to that, you go there because you're building a house, you go there, you know what you need, you're going to get it, you come back, you build a house. When you have no idea what you're building, you might spend years at Home Depot and Lowe's because you don't know what to look for. So the end of the day, there is an objective there. It's not what you think it is, because when you don't put a, a goal or an ending on a mission, then your goal and mission is the mission, which is money laundering. That's all it is, dude. So people out there who have no idea what these wars are about or what all that stuff is about, what they're telling you, like I think the first Gulf War, I think we cut that short because that mission was too, uh, it wasn't specific either. But we went in, did this, and got out, and we left everything in disarray, and it just came back. But when you have a clear goal and you know how to quantify that goal, when we eradicate, Hezbollah or all the bad groups, whatever the hell you name one, when we get them all out, that's the end of the mission. Then at some point you could say, oh, there's still a pack of them in a hidden location we can't tell you about because it'll ruin their, you know what I mean? But in the end, all this is money laundering because there is no resolution to the mission. You get what I'm saying? Am I making that clear? Or am I just confusing people more?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
When there's no defined goal that you can quantify, chances are money laundering is the goal, and they're just duping you. So that's it, man. We've got to spend enough time on this episode. I got to cut back the stories, or maybe we got to cut back the 3 minutes in the beginning. But I feel like every time you get on, we got to do some sort of update because I miss, our long talks and walks on the beach, whatever it is. I don't know. Anyways, that's all the time we have for this episode. Appreciate you back, Nate. Appreciate the work you do here. Johnny, Christine, you've been awesome, loyal comments. Keep them coming. Eventually, we'll get enough people on here to actually respond to your stuff. And I do, read most of them. Actually, all of them. But appreciate you. Even the outro's going long. Get on with it. Until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin ready. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.